How's everybody doing?
We decided to wander on up here. Thank you, Jim, for that wonderful introduction. That was really nice. We're so happy to be here.
Thank you so much. That was a song written by David Grisman and Sam Bush in honor of the late great John Hartford. It's called Hartford's Real. All right, we're going to get you a tune here that I wrote. This is actually where the name of the band comes from, Wayward Mountaineers. This tune is called The Wayward Mountaineer. Headed down the track 3 days from Walsh. It was a cold, lonely night. The coyotes howled with fright. And the wind is blowing all my thoughts into the sky. Each teardrop is whispering, reflections of the past I left behind. And I started in the hills of Missouri, and I worked my way west towards the sun. Father told his son not to hurry, because the life you chose to live has just begun. Just a wayward mountaineer, traveling on all alone. On the high, lonely peaks, that's where I make my home. Rest my bones in the cold snow. I ask the question, which have answers I may never know. And I often look back to my childhood, when I had a dream, I followed it to the sky. My father's words still echo in my mind. You choose what you take and what you leave behind. I think we're going to have a couple of guests come up here. What are we doing next? Oh, yeah, we're the Wayward Mountaineers. As Keith, who couldn't make it this evening, he calls us Jill Jonas in the Wayward Mountaineers. That sounds right.
All right, so we embarked on this album. It was my 50th birthday, and I was like, I want to do something. I don't want to take a trip. I'd like to get these songs out to people. And so, gosh, it was February 23. I'm really thankful to Jim Nelson. I guess it was August of 2022. I first called Jack Petracek. He is our sound engineer back there tonight, and he introduced us, and Jack said, yes, I will take you guys on as a project. Let's do this album. And so Jack, give everybody a wave. I'd like to give you a big thanks. You volunteering this time tonight? Yep. And we just have, developed a great friendship now. And so anyway, Jill Jonas, Through the Countryside, was born. It's not necessarily it's just my songs. Is why it's called Jill Jonas, but it's our first Wayward Mountaineers project. And so we're going to play some songs, all the songs from that album tonight. And we're going to start out with Charlie Horse, which is on the cover. And so the cover of the CD is actually me and my horse Charlie when I was a kid. So I want to introduce, though, we got Oscar Evans here, and he is the most talented whistler this side of the Mississippi, I'd say. And he's gonna start this out for us. We have Jeremiah Evans over here on clawhammer banjo, and he's amazing. If you've ever met him, you will not forget him. And if you haven't, you should. And then over here we have I'm an occupational therapist, and one of my patients actually found out that I knew Geoff. We were making this connection, and he said, "Oh my gosh, he's old-time royalty." And so Geoff gets the King of Old Time crown from one of my patients. So, hey, we built some rapport there, so that was great.
The old part's correct.
No. So we're going to do Charlie Horse for you. Everybody ready? All right, Oscar, lead us off. 1, 2, 3.
Sitting in the saddle before I could walk. In my mama's arms we would gallop and trot through the open fields for miles and miles. I started riding a horse as a child. Charlie, oh Charlie, my Appaloosa boy. You were my pony, you brought me so much joy. You took me on your back all through the countryside. Charlie, oh Charlie, you were my pride. Every summer we would travel town to town, dress up in costumes and parade all around. I'd polish up your hooves and shine up your coat. We'd ride down the street, I'd wave at all the folks. Charlie, oh Charlie, my Appaloosa boy. You were my pony, you brought me so much joy. You took me on your back all through the countryside. Charlie, oh Charlie, you were my pride. You shared the barn with the parenting penny, our dogs sport and a bunch of little kitties. You bucked me off a time or two, but I got back home. We had many years together, my love for you was strong. Charlie, oh Charlie, my Appaloosa boy. You were my pony, brought me so much joy. You took me on your back all through the countryside. Charlie, oh Charlie, you were my pride. Charlie, oh Charlie, you were my pride.
That's Jill Jonas over there on the guitar.
I can't hardly see anybody blinded, but see people I know.
I think we have another special guest for this next one, don't we?
We do. Miss Rachel Draskovich. She's got just give it up for Rachel. She's going to come up. just an amazing vocalist. So I'm so fortunate to have her on this album, and she's just a dream. So, alrighty. So, all these things to do at once, multitasking. Alright, so I do want to tell you a little bit about this song because I think it might be maybe my favorite. And this was actually the very first song that I wrote, and it was a long time ago. It was after my grandmother passed away. We always had this. Growing up, my grandparents had a farm, and it was a family farm, and there's just so much history there. And when she passed away, the farm left too, but after that point, and my mom had passed, and then my grandfather passed, and then when my grandmother passed, I started writing the song. So this was a long time ago, but it's gone over through some changes over the years. But I think we landed on something pretty special and sweet. And so whenever I think back to my childhood, and I know many of my relatives, this is the place that we think of. And so it's kind of home to us, and that's why this song is so special. It's called Spring Valley Farms. Let's try that again.
to the branch where the water runs clear and cold. And if you're going up to the pond, be sure to grab your fishing pole. We'll fry up what you catch when you get home. 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 Now they're finally home.
Give it up for Rachel here. She's going to be back. She'll be back. All right, so this next one is one that's not on the album, but it's the most recent one that we've written. And this one was inspired by a really cool kid who loved birds and kind of taken too soon from us. So it's called Fly With Them.
Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
When I see birds of prey flying up in the sky, it reminds me of loved ones who have passed into that prey by and by. Now they're flying with them, higher than the red-tailed hawk, faster than a falcon after its prey, swifter than the owl after dark. There's something about their wide wingspan and the graceful way they fly that turns my gaze up to the heavens and gives some peace of mind. Now they're flying with them, higher than the red-tailed hawk, faster than a falcon after its prey, swifter than the owl after dark. My heart longs for those who have gone, some gone much too soon. If I am blessed with wings one day, I fly with them to the moon. Someday I hope to fly with them, higher than the red-tailed hawk, faster than the falcon after its prey, swifter than the owl after dark. Faster than the falcon after its prey, swifter than the owl after dark.
Jill came up with that one morning. It's a good song. I like that. Jill's going to sing it. Jill and Rachel are going to sing you a Kate Wolf song here. You a Kate Wolf fan? Great songwriter. Gone before her time. She had quite a repertoire of amazing songs. Check her out if you don't know.
All right, this is one of our more popular ones called Across the Great Divide. I'm sure many of you know it.
I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. All I know is they've gone away. And I've been sifting through the layers of dusty books and faded papers that tell a story I used to know. It was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide. Now I heard the owl calling softly as the night was falling, with a question and a reply. But he's gone across the borderline. He's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide. The finest traveler I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day. It's when the darkness it rolls away. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide.
Up here with our special guests. Give it up for Geoff and Jeremiah. They're awesome, and they'll be back later. They'll be back in the next set after intermission. Now we're going to bring up Mr. Ian Walsh. He is an amazing fiddle player. He's got Irish fiddle in his roots. He's won international, national competitions all over the wazoo, and he's just amazing. And a really fun fact about Ian in relation to the Wayward Mountaineers, well, there's a couple of fun facts. But one is that both Michael and I knew Ian before we knew each other, which is pretty cool. You know, we've known Ian longer than we've known each other. And then Ian was also one of the original Wayward Mountaineers that started back in when, I don't know, Wyatt was in diapers. And I mean, it was that long ago, you know, whenever the original Wayward. Sorry, I did not rehearse that. I'm gonna pay for that one probably. But the point is, it was a long time ago. Anyway, he was one of the original Wayward Mountaineers. Then we moved to Colorado, and then we came back, and everybody was doing different things. And so Michael had to teach me up. And we grew Wyatt up, and now we have the trio. But thankfully, Ian still plays with us sometimes. We love that. All right. This one, I absolutely have to introduce the song. I'm so sorry. But this one is a very special song that I wrote in honor of my dad. And he's here tonight. So his name's Lonnie. And actually, it's really fun. I needed to borrow a belt, and he had passed my belt on to Wyatt. And so I'm wearing a belt tonight that says Lonnie across the back. Anyway, he is an amazing father, and so this one's for him, but it's all true stories. He really liked to drive fast, so and I still have love for it. So. All right, it's called Love.
How many tickets do you have?
Well, we won't want to talk about any tickets.
How many tickets you have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's a man of few words, he's got a big, soft heart, a wild streak, and he likes fast cars. He'll buy you a beer and hardly ever gets mad. He can cook up a storm, yeah, he's my dad. Wait about him, Dad. Well, he taught me to drive when I turned 14 on the back roads and blacktops in the country. He said you have a Leadfoot and shouldn't speed, but if you want to drive fast, you're gonna learn from me.
We have yet another special guest. Please make a welcome Will Miskall, one of the other original Wayward Mountaineers from back in the day. You see Will playing around town in several bands these days. He's a busy guy, so thanks so much for joining us, Will.
To your son. Full circle.
We're just gonna roll through a few more, and we're gonna have a good intermission here, and then so we've got 3 more here, and then we're gonna take a little intermission.
Ready, everybody? Yes. Yeah, 2 verses. All right, here's a tune I wrote years ago. I wrote this in a campground on the Kashlapudra River right near Mishawaka Amphitheater outside of Fort Collins, Colorado. One night I saw the tall trees and I wrote this song. It came out pretty quick. It's called New Day's Sun. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and my patience is wearing thin. The woman I love went out last night, and she didn't come back in. She left me standing in the cold morning rain, wondering just where she was and if she'll ever come back again. Well, we shared a few words as the sun began to set. I talked to rambling when she said I should forget. It's not that I don't love her, and it's not that I don't care, but it's the lure of the road and the new day sun that keeps me free and clear. It's the lure of the road and the new day sun that keeps me free and clear. It's the tall pines growing in the morning light that helps me lose my fear. It's the sound of the whistle of the evening train. Well, I might be right or wrong, and if you don't want to lose me, darling, all you gotta do is come along. Well, we won't be gone forever. I know this is your home. We've only got one life to live before we pass on. So why not go out and find what we need in the early morning dew by the river's edge, so peaceful and so free. It's the lure of the road and the new day sun that keeps me free and clear. It's the tall pines growing in the morning light that helps me lose my fear. It's the sound of the whistle of the evening train. Well, I might be right or wrong, and if you don't want to lose me, darling, all you gotta do is come along. It's the lure of the road and the new day sun that keeps me free and clear. It's the tall pines grown in the morning light that helps me lose my fear. It's the sound of the whistle of the evening train. Well, I might be right or wrong. And if you don't want to lose me, darling, all you gotta do is come along. And if you don't want to lose me, darling, all you gotta do is come along.
Thank you. Do another old time classic here.
Y'all know what this is, don't you?
I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy.
All right. Here's another tune that Will and Ian and I used to play all the time. It's a song I wrote. It's loosely based on I grew up with a property in my family that I had the pleasure to go out to and hang out in the woods and hang out in the water. So I wrote this song just kind of thinking about that place and thinking about my grandpa. It's called On Down the Line.
Smoking one. We got one more for you for this set. Ian, we're gonna see him back in a little bit. And Jack, we're gonna get Jack up here, so give it up for Ian, everybody. Such a hot fiddler. Jack, Mr. Multi-talented, everything, he also plays the drums. And the more that we got to know Jack, the more involved we wanted to be. He's actually a co-producer on our album, and I tease him and say that he's got he's got an honorary doctorate in psychology because it was my first time recording, and it's interesting, to really put yourself out there, not to sing and mess up and whatnot. And he just always has the right things to say and really put us at ease. And so we just wanted him to be more and more involved. And so he's playing drums on a couple of these songs. And so we're going to play this one, and then we're going to take a little break. This one, though, I do want to say, is called Little Warrior, and it's about a very special young man that is near to my heart, and wrote it a couple of years ago because middle school can be rough, and so this song is for that, and it's just to really try to kind of guide him. He was born at 4:10 in the morning, and so this is where it all comes from, so it's called Little Warrior.
Some people want to tell you what to think and how to feel. You get to decide that for yourself. You gotta stand up, don't bend to their will. You gotta think for and believe in yourself. 'Cause you were born just before the morning light. You found your way through the darkest hour of the night with a compass trued by your inner light. A little warrior with your arrow pointed to what's right.
We'll be right back after a quick break.